I was like, I'm an addict? Are you kidding me? I'm an addict? I just thought I liked 12 of everything. I mean, I am an addict? Hello, hello, hello. It's Dory here. And here I am on a cloudy, cold afternoon sitting on my couch with you. So I know normally when I come to my YouTube channel, we are ready to cook something. But I wanted to finally record something where I'm actually with you here, just sitting with a cup of coffee or tea and just having a conversation. So if this is your first time to my channel, my name is Dory, also known as Bright Light Boricua. And on this channel, I usually will provide some recipes according to what I follow, which is bright line eating. It's a no sugar, no flour lifestyle. And also my intention is to record other videos for you surrounding the theme of food, fitness, and freedom, because these are three very important pieces to my lifestyle. I wanted to take this opportunity to just sit back and have a conversation. So I have been doing bright line eating since 2019. So in 2019, October, I started bright line eating. Now I do want to share with you that this is about seeds being planted. I had initially heard about bright line eating through a friend of mine who sent me the link. And at the time, a few years back, I was like, I don't know what this is. I brushed it past, I brushed it aside. You know, when you get something and it seems like it's too much for you at that time to take in, I get it. And so I put it aside. Now I have been dieting my entire life. That's what it feels like, right? Since childhood, I have been dieting. I can't ever think of a time where I just wasn't on a diet. I wasn't chasing some crazy number on the scale. I wasn't, trying to get there. Now, have I gotten to a lower weight before? Absolutely. Have I stayed there? Never. Not a one time. Not at all. Ever have I stayed there. I have done so much to try to get down to this magical number. I don't know where I even picked it from, but everything, every pill, bar, shake, supplement, program, package, multi-level marketing, shots, self-harm, binge, restriction, throw it up. I mean, I'm sorry if this is a trigger. But just all of that stuff and nothing. So in October 2019, my husband forwarded me an email. Now, my husband is a licensed clinical neuropsychologist. And so he forwarded me an email and said, honey, I think you should read this because there's something to this. And when I read this email, it was an email from Dr. Susan Pierce Thompson of Bright Line Eating. And when I read this email, I was like, what in the what? I couldn't believe that I was reading an email and it sounded like me. It sounded like it was coming from my head, my voice, my heart. I just was like, wait a minute, this, whoever this is actually knowing the name of the game where it pertains to food. And, I love to eat and I love quantities and I love to eat in any setting, public, private, for celebration reasons, for coping reasons, for no reason at all. I mean, I just like to eat and I like to eat in volume. I love food. But I don't want one of something. I want 12 of something. I want 24 of something. I want to eat and then be sick and I'm totally fine with that as long as I get what I want. And so when I read this email, I was completely pulled on my heartstrings. I was extremely emotional. I thought, oh my goodness, what am I reading here? I thought I was the only person in the world that left at midnight to go grab the next hit of food that I wanted. Now, I want to give you some backstory here. I am someone who has been around addiction her entire life, okay? I am an ACOA, which is adult child of an alcoholic. I have been the daughter, the sibling, the girlfriend, the fiance, the friend of all addicts. And so I have suffered some serious scars because of that. And so I always said to myself, I am not going to be an addict. I'm going to do good in the world. I'm going to be, just make sure that I don't, do these things, that I don't do it to the point where I'm an addict. For example, of course, I've had the occasional glass of wine. Of course, I've had experimental phases in my life where, you partying and you try this, but I always said, I'm not staying there. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there. And I am the hypervigilant one, the problem solver, the rescuer, the enabler, the one that just gets things done. I have things on the straight and narrow. I have to-do lists for everything. I have a to-do list to manage all the to-do lists, right? And so when I read Susan Pierce Thompson's email, I was starting to feel really shaky, really vulnerable, really raw. And I clicked through. I had never heard of this before in my mind. I'd never heard of it. And there goes my cat right there. Hi, baby. Shh, mommy's recording. And I clicked through. I did the 14-day challenge. I was crying. I did the 8-week boot camp. I was crying. I was in this just profound place of being ripped open, thinking to myself, oh my gosh, the one thing I swore that I would never ever become in this world, which is an addict. I have no tolerance for addiction, for addicts. I can't. I'm not safe around them. This is what resonates in my head all the time. I'm not safe around an addict. I've been physically abused by an addict. I've had all of my stuff pawned because I was involved in a relationship with an addict. I've started from the ground up. So I was like, I'm an addict? Are you kidding me? I'm an addict? I just thought I liked 12 of everything. I mean, I am an addict? I was broken at that point, broken to realize the one thing that I've been running from my entire life, the one thing that has really been the theme of my life that I've been hurt from, I actually always was. So I jumped in to Bright Line Eating, and I kept it secret and silent because it was so close to my heart. As someone being around addiction my whole life, I'm very familiar with the scene where you really want the addict in your life to get to that bottom, to the place where they seek help, to where they get to a meeting, to where they go take that podium, to where they stand naked and raw in front of strangers, and they get to that place of saying, hello, my name is, and I am an addict. This is the place where I was, baby, when I started doing Bright Line Eating. I'd been on the other side of that, supporting other people behind the podium. So for me to actually take the podium privately at home and go, oh my goodness, I'm an addict, this was huge. This was huge. This was everything. And it was hard, so hard. And it was emotional, ugly cry, ugly cry. And I stood there and I did every module. I did all of it. All of it. I can't even begin to tell you all the changes that started to happen. Now, this is a big conversation, and I'm going to do this in spurts, but I will tell you this. My highest weight in life was 200 pounds. I've been dieting since childhood. I've been around addiction my entire life. When I started Bright Line Eating, I was 166. When I got to my goal weight, my magic number in life was always, I want to be 125. I want to be 125. One day I stepped on the scale during my Bright Line Eating journey, and I was 119. 119. I was silent that day on the scale. Because not only during that time had I experienced profound healing, profound rewiring of my brain, profound freedom, honesty and integrity and respect for myself, that I came clean to so many people about who I was and what I struggled with, that to step on his scale and be 119 without even realizing it blew me away. I've been maintaining my weight loss within 2 to 3 pounds for 1 year. I eat regular food from the grocery store. When I tell you all the money I have thrown into the diet world, every system I bought into, every packaged meal, every shake, bar, supplement, everything, every shot, everything, every tea that I bought into, and I do none of that. Not a one. I go to the grocery store, I buy the foods that I like to eat, and I come home, I cook them, and I eat them. I have no expenses over fast food anymore. No hopes and dreams that are just built and then tumble down. Built and then fall down from this superficial diet world, whatever. I just eat 3 meals a day. I measure my foods. So what? I measure my foods. That's freedom for me. I'm a 10++ on the susceptibility scale for addiction. And guess what? I have more than one addiction. Not only did I realize I was an addict, I realized that I've been going through life with multiple addictions. And so, what is Bright Line Eating? It's a book. Go check out the book. There's a website, brightlineeating.com. There's a quiz that you take, susceptibility quiz, to find out where you might be falling on the scale of addiction. And food addiction. There's this amazing website. You can go there, check it all out. I'm telling you what, when my friend planted that seed for me many years ago, a few years ago, and then it came back into my life via my husband, that's a seed. And so, here I am today. There are 4 lines: no sugar, no flour, 3 meals a day, and measured quantities of food. No sugar. I eat fruit. Love it. Love it. Fruit. Mango's my favorite. No flour. I eat potatoes. Don't take my potatoes away from me. Right? I eat potatoes. I eat rice. I eat Ezekiel bread. I eat lentil bread. I eat well. 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I like it. 3 meals is just right for me. Perfect meals, huge quantities. People often ask me, how are you eating that much and you're so tiny? And I'm just like, number one, thank you for calling me tiny. I mean, I know we don't like to kind of give these labels and stuff like that, but you have to understand. When all my life I have been trying to be something, and to one day wake up realizing that I have really kicked the addiction, really, really dealt with the issue at hand, and I am in what I call my quality of life body. Okay, thank you for the word tiny, but I'm in my quality of life body. And when someone says you're able to eat that much, and wow, 3 meals. And lastly, measured quantities. Using my food scale. Do I use it all the time? No, not anymore. Because sometimes I'm out there and I'm out and about and life gets lifey and I'm like, oh snap, we're dining out right now? Okay. But I have learned so much in Bright Line Eating that I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to eat. And I'm not going to panic. Because Bright Line Eating's tagline is food freedom, finally. And so each person, I believe, has to define what food freedom is to themselves, or what freedom is. Now, I have been in jail for the majority of my life, scarred and really hurting through the fact that I'm an ACOA. I've developed a certain set of survival skills that has helped me come through life. However, I have scars and my inner parts that I'm still learning about. But I had to define what freedom was for me. And I will tell you something. I do not, will not, and won't ever panic around food anymore. I will not do it. It's not freedom for me. So I have to be okay in any and every setting regarding food because I have food freedom, finally. So I wanted to share this little bit with you on my YouTube channel because thus far I've only cooked some things for you. And I'm no pro in the kitchen, but I do like food and I love food. And my relationship with food is healed. It's corrected. It's in perspective. It works for me. Now, I'm from New York originally. I'm Puerto Rican. I like flavorful food. I still am a quantities girl. And it's been on my heart that I did want to record something for my YouTube channel so we can continue to get to know each other. And so this particular video was about my start on Bright Line eating and how it all went down. I hope I got everything in. And to my friend Chris, who planted that seed a few years back, I thank you. You knew what I needed and you shared it with me. You shared it with me. And that is everything. To my husband, who then brought that email into my mailbox and has been with me every single step of the way, I thank you. I love you because you're my boo, you're my man, and you've been with me every step of the way. I came clean to you. You saw all the junk food wrappers in the car and you never said a word. You loved me no matter my shape and size, no matter what was going on. You're here with me every step of the way. And it just brings me no greater joy to be in my quality of life body and to know that for the rest of our lives, I am here, present fully, doing life with you and healthier. Guys, I am now off 2 medications. I do not have hypertension anymore. I am on no medication at all. I am not wearing an ankle brace, a knee brace, a hip brace, none of that. And I'm so happy to be here. You have to know that creating a YouTube channel is incredibly vulnerable for me because remember, I'm an ACOA and that means I have a certain set of skills that has gotten me through. It also means that I have a certain laundry list of things that involve trusting and not trusting, being afraid of abandonment and judgment and not enoughness. And I've always felt like I was different in the world because I was in my mind. But being here and being vulnerable helps me to come out a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and share my truth. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to creating more videos for you. If you're watching this and you've come through what's now about 20 minutes, thank you. And consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and hitting any kind of setting on YouTube, the bell, the notifications that will keep you posted whenever I post a video. I'll be posting videos about my journey with food, with fitness, and with freedom as I have found it to be. I'm still learning, guys, so it's very likely that I'll be learning with you here. And so thank you for your grace and your presence on my journey, and I hope to see you soon. All right, bye for now, and have a great, great day.